Greetings, video audition viewer. My name is Jon Konarska. I'm 20 years old from Detroit, Michigan, and I am the next king of the nerds. What makes me a nerd? I run a YouTube channel called The Nerd Report. Check it out. Hey YouTube, Jon here. Today we're talking about hot things. No, not those kind of hot things. I'm talking about peppers. But have you ever wondered what makes peppers hot? Well, today I'm going to be sitting down and turning up the heat to answer that question. The secret behind the pepper's heat begins and ends with a group of chemicals called capsaicinoids, and especially the most prominent of these capsaicinoids, capsaicin. Capsaicin accounts for about 70% of a pepper's spiciness and has some pretty wicked effects on the human body. And what better way of showing you these effects than by experiencing them firsthand and letting you watch? Meet my little friend, the habanero pepper. Until the year 2000, this was considered to be the hottest pepper in the world. And yes, I'm about to eat it. For science. This is the moment I suddenly regretted everything I'd just done. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I was born and raised in the small town of Woodhaven, Michigan. My parents got divorced when I was really little, but that's okay because now I'm the big brother of 5 awesome siblings. Basically, I've been a nerd my entire life. As soon as I could read, I started memorizing flashcards. Once I started watching TV, my favorite shows were all documentaries. And once I got to high school, I was the captain of my high school's Quiz Bowl and Science Olympiad teams. I'd say that my greatest intellectual strength is my broad knowledge of just about everything. I studied pretty extensively in the areas of biology, ecology, meteorology, glaciology, entomology, herpetology, ornithology, volcanology, geology, zoology, physiology, and psychology. I've also gained a pretty good understanding of areas such as physics, astronomy, architecture, and chemistry, plus about 25 other ologies related to medicine that I'll spare you from hearing. Beyond my academic strengths, I'm really good at climbing trees, getting all the ice cream out of the bottom of a cone without biting it. I can stand on my head, and I can drink water really fast. How about that? I went to high school at Woodhaven High, where I pretty epically underachieved in my 4 years there. Basically, I was that kid who procrastinated on everything, didn't do my homework just on principle, and relied solely on my tests to keep my grades up. But in high school, I excelled wherever I could find a challenge. Not only was I the captain of the school's Quiz Bowl and Science Olympiad teams, but I was also captain of the school's varsity tennis and baseball teams. Now I'm a third-year student at Central Michigan University, majoring in biomedical sciences and minoring in chemistry. Some of my hobbies include running, cycling, bird watching, fishing, and working out. A lot. If I had to think of my biggest passion, I'd say that it's learning. My constant quest for knowledge has really been the driving force that shaped my life. And really, the best thing is I'm willing to learn just about anything. Sure, I love getting lost in biology and medicine, but I've also found myself researching things like history, economics, tailoring, quantum physics, home improvement, and even how to cut my own hair. On top of this, I have all kinds of quirks. I have up quirks, down quirks, charm quirks, strange quirks, bottom quirks, and top quirks. Oh wait, I misread that. Well, I have some crazy quirks too. I yawn like a Wookiee. I snore so loud that it could wake up a Snorlax. I brush my teeth more than is entirely necessary. And I eat constantly. I also love words. Everything from the shortest words in the English language, A and I, to the longest word in the English language, which just happens to be numina ultra microscopic silico-volcano-coniosis. But what I really love is learning new words. It's like every time I learn a new word, I find a new way to express myself and describe the world around me. And I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, my collection of medical textbooks. If I haven't mentioned before, I want to become a doctor. So if you have any questions about the human body, I'm your man. And on top of knowing just about everything there is to know about the human body, I know way too much about small animals. In fact, if you show me about any reptile or amphibian, I can tell you what species it is. If you show me any bird call, I can probably tell you what bird's making that sound. If you show me any insect, I can tell you what order it's from. And I can identify just about every mammal by its scat. But quirkiness aside, let's talk about me. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's start with the good. I'm fun, I'm energetic, I'm athletic, I'm outgoing, I'm incredibly driven, and when it comes to competition, I'm willing to win by whatever means necessary. And now for the bad. Well, I'm outrageously stubborn. I get distracted really easily. I put my whole heart into everything that I do, which gets me hurt sometimes. I tend to say some pretty off-the-wall stuff, and when it comes to arguing, I can be a total jerk, especially when I know that I'm right. Also, I'm gonna level with you. I don't think that my knowledge of nerd culture goes quite as deep as a couple of the contestants who were on the show last season. But with that being said, you can obviously see that I'm a super nerd, and my superpower is studying. So by the time I get there, you can guarantee that I will know more about nerd culture than every other contestant on the show. On to the next thing, my greatest accomplishment. I'd say that my greatest accomplishment was my success in Science Olympiad. I was good at that. I mean, really good. I mean, 4 years as team captain and ending my career as one of the most decorated participants in Science Olympiad history good. Now for the fun part, my relationships. No, I'm not currently in any sort of relationship. You see, this is usually how it goes. I meet a cute girl who really hit it off, we start talking, one thing leads to another, then BAM! I'm in the friend zone. Okay, on to my heroes. We got John and Hank Green from the Vlogbrothers, Michael from Vsauce, Destin for Smarter Every Day, Derek from Veritasium, Henry from Minute Physics, Vi from ViHeart, Alex from Bite Size, Brady from 60 Symbols, Zay Frank from A Show, and the ever mysterious CGP Grey. If you don't know these guys, they're the best nerds on YouTube. Go check them out. If I was to invent something, what would it be? Well, it's a close one. It's between perforated paper that actually tears where it's supposed to tear, or a rolling chair that prevents this from happening. Next question, do I prefer Star Wars or Star Trek, and why? Star Wars, because Yoda. And why do I need to be on King of the Nerds? Because I'm a fierce competitor who's willing to do everything I can to champion the nerd and proudly represent science nerds everywhere. And above all else, I want to change the way the world looks at nerds. I want to show kids that learning is amazing and it's okay to be smart. And I want to show adults that it's okay to geek out and embrace the things that they love. Because after all, being a nerd is awesome. And there's a nerd within every one of us. You just have to let it out.